that, يعني, if there is not a prayer and you did not pray, I don't mean that if you miss the salah and you don't come to the masjid. I mean if there is no prayer after that and you didn't have to pray. And the hadith, the evidence of that hadith in Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, at-tahuru shatrul iman. The purification is the half of faith. Half of the faith, yes, it is half of the faith. And for the importance of that, you find Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam is teaching the individuals of his ummah how to do it. And يعني, for your imagination, one of the non-believers came to Salman al-Farisi radiyallahu anhu, said, "O Salman, علمكم نبيكم كل شيء حتى الخراءة صريحة." في صحيح Muslim al-Hadith. So your prophet, he taught you everything, even how to relieve yourself, even how to go to the restroom. He said, yes. He taught us everything, even that process, even that thing. علمنا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ألا نستقبل القبلة ولا نستدبرها ببول أو غائط وألا نستنجي بأيماننا وعلمنا ألا نستنجي بأقل من 3 أحجار وألا نستخدم عظما أو رجيعا. So Prophet ﷺ, he taught us when we come to a restroom, so we do not face the Qibla, or we don't turn our backs to the direction of the Qibla. And the other thing, that we don't use our right hands in purifying ourselves. And we do not use lesser than 3 stones or rocks when we come to purify ourselves. And the other thing that he taught us, that we shouldn't use any bones or the feces during the purification. It has to be pure stones or water. So this is the importance of that prophet, of that process. That's why Prophet ﷺ, he taught us how to do it. Quick يعني headlines regarding this matter. The etiquettes, one of the etiquettes, الاستتار والابتعاد عن الناس, that I protect myself and protect my chastity from the eyes of people, so I do not let anyone see me while I do it. So I close the door, I protect myself from the eyes of people. The other thing is الاستعاذة قبل الدخول. When you come to enter the restroom, تستعيذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وتقول اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الخبث والخبائث. That you seek the refuge of Allah from the male and female devils. الدخول دخول الخلاء بالرجل اليسرى والخروج بالرجل اليمنى. You enter with your left foot and you leave the restroom with your right foot. So this is one of the etiquettes Prophet ﷺ taught us. عدم إدخال ما فيه ذكر الله عز وجل. Whatever you have has the name of Allah, the Quran, copies of the Quran or anything like this, do not take it with you, even if it's a ring. Prophet ﷺ used to take off his ring, take it away before he goes to the restroom ﷺ. عدم الكلام أثناء قضاء الحاجة. هذا أمر مكروه. It is disliked to speak while urinating or while relieving the oneself. الدعاء بعد الانتهاء. Once we leave the place, we should make the dua. We say غفرانك, as Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام taught us, that you ask Allah the forgiveness. تجنب قضاء الحاجة في الطرق والظلال. That it is I shouldn't relieve myself in the paths of people, the roads of people and the shaded areas, because that hurts people as well. عدم التبول في مكان الاستحمام. When I come to take my bath and having a shower, I shouldn't urinate in the area of having the shower, because this that brings the waswas. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام نهى عن التبول أن يتبول الإنسان في مستحمه وقال فإن عامة الوسواس منه. So he said avoid urinating in the places of taking the shower, because the majority of waswas, which is the whispers of shaitan, coming from that thing. كراهة البول في الماء الراكد. It is disliked or prohibited for the person to urinate in the still water, the stagnant water. It is prohibited or disliked the person that he urinates in the still water that does not move. كراهة التبول قائما. That it is disliked for the person to stand up while urinating, or to urinate while standing. And this is something actually we need to confirm, especially in our masajid. يعني if we have the urinal downstairs and in the different places of the restrooms, when we come to these areas and we stand up, it is hard area. So if it's not a necessity for me, I shouldn't make it. Why? Because I cannot protect my clothes. I cannot protect the area from the splashes of the urination. And the urination will go in different places and different areas, and then people will step on it, people will walk, and then people will walk it in the multi-purpose with these shoes. It goes everywhere. If you put the shoes here, next day you're gonna find it in the other shelves, and so on. So people, they use it while they're moving around. So if it's not a necessity for me that I cannot sit on the toilet, if I cannot sit there and I do it while I'm sitting, so I shouldn't do it, because it's only for the necessity. And the Prophet ﷺ, when it happened to him in one narration that Hudhayfa ibn al-Yaman, he narrated that Prophet ﷺ bala ala subatati qawmin qa'iman, that when he passed by subata اللي هو المزبلة, السباطة اللي هي المزبلة اللي هي garbage heap. So Prophet ﷺ passed by it and he urinated while standing on that garbage heap. وعائشة رضي الله عنها قالت من حدثكم أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بال قائما فلا تصدقوه. If someone tells you that Prophet ﷺ urinated standing, do not believe him. والعلماء يقولون إذا تعارض نفي وإثبات, someone said it did not happen and someone else said it happened, يقدم المثبت على النافي. Yani the one who affirmed that, we take his opinion. Why? Because that is called ziyadatu ilm. This is addition knowledge in his knowledge. This is an additional knowledge. And Hudhayfa ibn al-Yaman رأى هذا من النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام فقبله العلماء والحديث في صحيح مسلم. قبله العلماء. The scholars accepted what Hudhayfa said. And they said regarding Aisha رضي الله عنها, she was telling about the case or the condition of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام in his house. So she was saying that in the house, he never did it, alayhi salatu salam. And he did it once when he was outside to tell people that it is allowed, but it is allowed in necessities. Why? Because we did not have much narrations. The Prophet alayhi salatu salam did it this way. And it is allowed if you make sure that the splashes of the urination are not gonna go here and there. I'm not gonna, hurt my brothers with the urine when I do it. This is not allowed because I make najasa. I spread najasa everywhere. And I need to make sure that I purify that place very well. And I purify my brothers also. I purify the place. So this is really important, especially for the brothers who does something like this. We do not want to have any whispers of the shaitan or any najasa traces in the areas, in the places, in the trousers or pants, on our clothes. This is not something preferable to have it at all. وكذلك من الآداب, one of the etiquettes, التحفظ من رشاش البول, that the person must avoid the splashes of the urine. وكذلك عدم استقبال القبلة أو استدبارها. All of these things that facing or turning away, turning our backs to the qibla, turning our backs to the qibla or facing the qibla, this is not something of the etiquettes of the relieving the oneself. Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, he said تنزهوا من البول فإن عامة عذاب القبر منه. Avoid having urine at your clothes. So what if I have it on my clothes because the way I urine and I cause that thing to be on the clothes of my brothers as well. So what's going to happen? So the sin will be multiplied. It will be a grave sin in this regard. So Prophet ﷺ, he says, avoid that matter. It's really dangerous. And if you do not believe, عامة عذاب القبر منه. Majority of the people who get the punishment in their graves, they get it because of that. Because of that. And Prophet ﷺ مر بقبرين يعذبان وما يعذبان في كبير قال إنهما يعذبان وما يعذبان في كبير أما أحدهما فكان لا يستتر من بوله وفي رواية كان لا يستنزه من بوله وأما الآخر فكان يمشي بين الناس بالنميمة. So Prophet ﷺ, he passed by two graves and he said the people in these two graves, they're getting punished, and people, they think it's not something big, so they don't care about it. And the first one, because of two things, and people, they don't care about it, and it's really major ones. And he said the first one, that the people, they did not cover themselves and protect themselves from eyes of people when they come to relieve themselves. Or in the other narration, that they did not purify themselves well after the urination, after the relieving the oneself. So this is really important. And the other thing, which is major thing, which is the gossiping and namima, yamshi bayna nasi bin namima. So this is really dangerous matter. It's really serious matter. We need to pay attention for it as Muslims. Our religion is based on tahara, is based on the purification, and we have to protect ourselves from the elements of the impurities so that we have a perfect ibadah and a perfect life, a very good one, inshaAllah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair, barakallah fikum. May Allah accept from us all and give us the guidance. نسأل الله أن يعلمنا ما ينفعنا وأن ينفعنا بما علمنا وأن يرزقنا العلم النافع والعمل الصالح وأن يجعل أعمالنا كلها صالحة وأن يجعلها لوجهه خالصة وألا يجعل لأحد غيره فيها شيئا. اللهم آمين. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.